This is my quick story about how I accidentally found self-love. Self-love is a topic that's been on my mind quite a lot recently, primarily because I've been doing so much YouTube stuff, and there was a conversation between some friends that I met that talked about how whenever they film themselves or record themselves, they really don't like watching it. And for me, I actually very much enjoy watching my own stuff and seeing my progression over time. They told me, wow, you must have a lot of self-love. And then that's where I began thinking about it. It's kind of true. I feel like recently I've been growing in self-love, and it's something I never really thought about ever back then. But rewind a couple of months and I was extremely angry at myself. I actually really disliked myself. There's a huge difference between me 2 months ago and me now, actually. And it was never a journey about trying to gain more self-love. I didn't really care about that concept. I never thought about it. But what it was for me was all about my perception of myself and how it didn't fit what reality was. There was this huge dissonance between how I perceived what I'm doing, like how my life should be, and how I am in general as a person, and what I was doing in reality. My perception of myself was that I was a fighter, someone who is competent, someone who is capable of giving it their all when they really want to for the things that they want. I always tell myself those things, but I wasn't really doing that. I was always binge watching anime. I was watching a lot of entertainment. I always went out, did things that didn't actually help me get to the place I wanted to be. So there was always this fight, this dissonance between who I thought I was and who I was being in reality. And that led me to really dislike myself. But the more I actually started to align with who I believed I was, by giving it my all, like actually giving it everything I have, and going full out for the things I want to achieve, I actually discovered that all of a sudden, I felt a lot of self-love. I felt like because I was giving it my all, because I was doing my best, there's no reason to dislike who I am, because I am trying. So that was really the pivotal moment for me, when I started to actually move towards and almost become the person I thought I was. These days, it doesn't really feel like my ideas are just ideas. I'm actually executing on them. It doesn't feel like I'm just all talk anymore, because I'm actually putting in the work. So when I was thinking about how yesterday I'm still slow and behind in life, I felt like I actually didn't mind for the first time. I felt like it didn't matter that I was behind. I didn't dislike myself, actually. I felt content with that. And the more I thought about it, the more I felt like something changed inside of me. I felt like I smiled more. I felt like a huge boulder that I was just carrying around with me on my shoulder. And I finally just dropped it and let it go. And the past days have been so nice. I just feel good and happy and just this energy inside of me that feels different. It's very hard to explain, but it's like a relief. And it feels like everything I do from here on is gonna be the right step. Like I don't need to worry. I don't need to fear disliking myself, because I've reached a point where my perception of myself does match reality. I just need to keep working towards who I want to be. But I know who I am as of this moment. And honestly, I don't think I would have realized any of these things if I weren't here in Tokyo, Japan, if I didn't do the Zero Entertainment Challenge, if I didn't do all the 30-day challenges that I set out to do last year. I think all of those things built me up to this point where I'm actually struggling and trying to get the things I want. And because of that struggle, I'm here. I finally have achieved or found this self-love that I've never felt before. And it was all by accident. I never sought it out. I never sought out the idea or concept or feeling of self-love. I just accidentally got there by continuously trying to be my best. And again, I really don't know much about this concept. Maybe I'm completely wrong about what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm not even talking about self-love. Either way, when I hear that term, this is what I think of. Me feeling like I'm proud of myself, that I'm happy with who I am and what I'm doing. Either way, I hope me talking about it gave some insights to some of you guys out there. If it did, consider giving the video a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.